two cars P and Q start from a point at the same time in straight line and their positions are represented by xp is a function of t equal to at plus bt square and xq is a function of t equal to ft minus t square. At what time do the cars have the same velocity? So in this example we can see that the displacement equations are given. This is the displacement equation for P car and this is the displacement equation for Q car. So at what time do the cars have the same velocity? We need to find out the time t when the velocity is same. That means there is one more condition given, that is velocity is same for both the cars. So this condition can be written as velocity of P equal to velocity of Q. Here displacement is given. To use this condition we will find out the velocity by taking the derivative. So derivative of xp divided by dt and derivative of xq divided by dt is nothing but the velocity of P and Q. So xp value is nothing but at plus bt square, it is written over here, and xq value is nothing but ft minus t square, that is written over here. To find out derivative we multiply with the power and reduce the power. So here power is 1, so 1 is multiplied and reducing power by 1 will give the t raised to 0. So ultimately it becomes a. Here we can see again this term has power 2, so multiplying by power that becomes 2b and reducing power becomes 2 minus 1 equal to 1. Output of the differential operation is a plus 2bt. In this case again ft is there, so derivative of ft is again f because t has derivative equal to 1 minus, in this case the t square will have differential equal to 2t because we multiply with the power and reduce power. So power is existing power is 2, so we will multiply with the power and by reducing power by 1 it will give t. So it is 2t now. Let us solve this. So it is 2t is taken on left side and a is taken on right side. It becomes f minus a and 2bt plus 2t. So if you take out the t common in this case, you will get f minus a divided by 2 into bracket 1 plus b. So this is available in option number D. So option D is correct. In next problem, if the velocity of the particle is b equal to at plus bt square, that means velocity is given where a and b are constants, then the distance travelled by it in between 1 second and 2 seconds. So we need to find out distance and limits are given, that is 1 second and 2 seconds. We need to find out distance. So this condition, the limits are provided, t equal to 1 second and 2 seconds. To find out displacement or distance, we know that we should take the integration then. So from velocity, if you want to find out displacement, you should take the integration. Velocity is given, so let us take integration on both sides. Integration of v dt equal to integration of 1 to 2. The value of v is at plus bt square, that is kept as it is, multiplied by dt equal to. So in case of integration, what we do? We increase the power and divide power. So power is increased by 1, that is t square, and now the increased power will be divided. So 2 is the increased power, so divide by 2. Here in second term the power is 2, so increase power by 1, so it becomes t cube, and again divide power, that is divided by 3. The upper limit will be used first and then subtracted by putting lower limit. The limits are given, that is 1 to 2. So putting these two limits and replacing this t, first put the upper limit, that is a into 2 raised to 2 square divided by 2 plus b into 2 raised to 3 divided by 3. Now replace this particular term by putting value 1 plus, if you solve this you will get 3a by 2 plus 7b by 3. Next problem, the motion of a particle is described by equation x equal to 8 plus 12t minus t cube, that means displacement is given. Next, where x is in meter and t in seconds, retardation of the particle when its velocity becomes 0 is, retardation is nothing but the negative acceleration. So we need to find out the retardation when the velocity is 0. So we need to find out acceleration actually when the velocity is 0. That is one more condition given. So we will highlight this condition. So in this problem, displacement equation is given and we need to find out the acceleration, and one condition is that velocity is 0. To find out velocity or acceleration from displacement, we need to take the derivative. So let us start with finding the velocity first. So velocity will be equal to dx by dt, and derivative is nothing but multiply power and reduce the power. For any constant term, derivative is 0. So derivative of 12t is 12 and t cube is 3t square. Then this condition we will use here, and this equation will be equal to 0. So after putting this equal to 0, we will find out the time, because only time is unknown here. So 3t square equal to 12 and it gives t equal to 2 seconds. This is the time at which we need to find out the acceleration. But to find out acceleration, we need to again take the derivative of this equation. This is the velocity equation. So acceleration is nothing but dv by dt. Again here 12 minus 3t square. 12 is the constant term, derivative of constant term is 0, minus 3t square. Here t square, derivative of t square is going to be 2t, and it will multiply with 3, it becomes minus 60. When velocity becomes 0, time is t, we will put this value in this equation so that we will get the respective retardation. That means if you put this t equal to 2 seconds here, we will get the retardation equal to minus 12, and the correct option is 12. That is option D. Next problem. A particle moving along x-axis has acceleration f. That means acceleration is given here at the time t, given by f equal to f0 into bracket 1 minus t by t, where f0 and t are constants. So acceleration equation is given. The particle at t equal to 0 has 0 velocity. So one condition is also given. At time t equal to 0, velocity is 0. In the time interval between t equal to 0 and the instant when acceleration is 0, the particle's velocity x, velocity vx is. So we need to find out velocity. In this, acceleration is given to us and we need to find out velocity. That means we need to take the integration for this equation. Let us use this equation for in front of this, and if you put acceleration equal to 0, you will get value for time t. If you solve this, this will become 0, and if you solve this again, this will become minus 1 equal to minus t by t, and this minus will get cancelled, and t is equal to t, small t. That means now we have the limiting values for finding velocity. Integration on both sides will give you the velocity. As we know that acceleration, integration of acceleration dt is nothing but the velocity. So taking integration on both sides, and the limiting values are t varies from 0 to t. So this first limit is here and upper limit is here. So t varies from 0 to t, and the expression for this is as it is. In integration, what we do? In integration, we increase the power and divide power. Here integration of 1 will be t minus, so by increasing the power of t, it becomes t square, and dividing by power, it becomes t square by 2. So this is the way you should take the integration. Now the limiting values are 0 to t, and if you put 0, this term will become 0. So let us only put t value, capital T. So by putting capital T, we will get t minus t square by t. So this square will get cancelled from t, and it becomes t minus t by 2. So ultimately the output is f0t minus f0t by 2. So this is 1 f0 t minus half f0 t, it becomes half f0 t. So this option is therein. So this is option C, and C is the correct answer. Next problem. A particle moves a distance x in time t according to equation x equal to t plus 5 brackets raised to minus 1. The acceleration of the particle is proportional to. This means displacement is given, and this means displacement is given, and we need to find out the acceleration for this. So to find out velocity, we need to take the derivative of this, and we need to find out the equation for acceleration. That means we will take 2 times derivative, because if the displacement is given, we need to take the 2 times derivative. So first derivative is this. In this we will again multiply power and reduce power. So multiplying power is minus 1 into bracket t plus 5, and again reduce the power for this. Again we need to take the derivative for bracketed terms, because there is t, the bracketed terms derivative will be 1. So here multiplying power and reducing power, it becomes minus 2, because minus 1 will become minus 2. Next, this is the equation for velocity. Now to find out acceleration, again we will take the derivative dv by dt is equal to derivative of minus 1 t plus 5 bracket raised to minus 2. Here power is minus 2, multiply power and again reduce power. So by reducing power by 1, it will become minus 3. So here we can see minus 1 multiplied by minus 2 is the power, existing power, multiplied by t plus 5, and again reducing the power, that is, it will become minus 3. Because options are given such that it includes either distance square and distance raised to minus 2. Whether acceleration is related to the distance in terms of square, no, because here we can see the power is minus 1 and here is power is minus 3. So if it is relating, it is in the terms of cube, not the square. So these 2 options are not correct. Now let us verify for the velocity. To equate these equations, I will adjust the power for the acceleration. So here we can see I am multiplying this power by 2 by 2. It will not alter the answer. Now this I will alter these power factors, and I will take 2 outside the bracket and put the 3 inside the bracket. This way. Here you can see that 2 is outside the bracket and 3 is inside the bracket. By doing this, now I can compare this equation with velocity equation. This is the velocity, and I can replace this particular value here by using the velocity term. So this can be written as velocity raised to 3 by 2. Here you can see these are the 2 common terms, and I will replace this term with the help of velocity. So this becomes minus v raised to 3 by 2. That means the acceleration is directly proportional to the velocity raised to 3 by 2 is the correct answer. Velocity raised to 3 by 2. Here option A is correct answer. Next problem, the acceleration of the particle is increasing linearly with time t as bt. That means acceleration is given, that is equal to bt. The particle starts from origin with an initial velocity v0. The position for initial position is given and initial velocity is also given. So at time t equal to 0, velocity is equal to v0. Here we can see the acceleration is given, and finally we need to find out the distance travelled by the particle in time t. To find out distance, we need to take the integration 2 times, because integration of acceleration will give the velocity and integration of velocity will give the displacement. So let us start with taking the integration. Here integration on both sides for this equation will give integration of a dt equal to integration of bt dt. So integration of a dt is nothing but velocity, and integration of bt, here t is the variable, and by taking integration of this, it will give t square by 2, because increase power and divide power. So b into t square by 2, because the limiting values are not provided here, we will take this as indefinite integral, and in case of indefinite integral we know that the constant is added. So this is velocity equal to bt square by 2 plus c. Now let us put this condition to find out the constant value c. So at time t equal to 0, velocity equal to v0. So by putting t equal to 0, this term will become 0 and c will become v0. This constant term is equal to v0. So now again we will replace this equation by using this constant term, velocity equal to bt square by 2 plus v0. Now to find out displacement, we know that we need to take the integration again. So integrating on both sides, this will give integration of v dt equal to integration of bt square by 2 plus v0 out of bracket dt. Here integration of v dt is nothing but displacement or distance. Distance equal to, now let us take the integration, increase power and divide power. By increasing power it will become t cube, and dividing by power is multiplying by 3. That means bt cube by 6, any constant term derivative will be v0t. Here the correct option is bt cube by 6 plus v0t. So bt cube by 6 plus v0t, C is the correct option. So up till now we have only seen the algebraic terms. So you should remember such formulae to be comfortable with this particular concept, that is use of derivative and integration. If you have any doubts regarding this particular video, you can post it in the comments. I will get back to you. Thank you.